So I'm not really sure why I'm here. It's been my experience over the years that the way to suck the life out of a room is to stand an introverted government bureaucrat in front of everybody. And I have been a government bureaucrat for a number of years. I retired, but I was a district ranger in Juneau for 11 years or so. Now, boy, that was funny. In the fall of 2002, a national celebrity made Juneau its home. Not Sarah Palin. A black wolf moved into the Mendenhall Valley. Now, I think this wolf is going to take off over the mountains because he doesn't have a pack. But he doesn't. He hangs around, and when the lake is frozen, you can see him out there on the lake, standing out like a black peppercorn rolling across a white tablecloth. People out cross-country skiing with their dogs report that this wolf will come running out of the woods at their dogs, and it'll approach your dog stiff-legged with its hackles up, and the dog and the wolf will do that whole circling and sniffing thing for a couple of minutes, and then the wolf will lower itself on its front legs and bound up into the air, and the wolf and the dogs play. Well, word gets around, and a crowd of folks take up cross-country skiing with their dogs out on the lake, hoping to encounter this big, wild, black wolf. And the wolf gets a name. Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Why didn't they call it Voldemort? Now, I don't think we ought to be naming wild animals because I think that detracts from their wildness. I mean, we name our kids, we name our pets, but the wolf is neither one of those. Giving the wolf a cute name implies a relationship that doesn't exist. Oh, Romeo and I are friends. No, you're not. Now, the wolf is a predator. And every once in a while, it will come racing out of the woods, scoop up a little dog, and take off into the woods, and the little dog is never seen again. Sometimes it comes out of the woods, scoops up a little dog, makes it halfway to the woods, and then spits the dog out like he didn't taste good. Now, the friends of Romeo have an explanation. Well, you see, Romeo is the bachelor uncle wolf in the pack. He wasn't the alpha male. And the job of the bachelor uncle wolves is to watch over the pups and play with them and wrestle with them and carry them around. That's all Romeo is doing. He's doing the bachelor uncle thing. Maybe. Now, I get a call one morning from a young woman. She says, "Pete, you got to do something about that wolf. I was walking my 5-year-old daughter to the bus stop before it got late, and we're walking along the road, and I looked over, there's that wolf sitting there 20 feet away watching us. I don't trust that wolf, Pete. You're responsible for public safety in the Mendenhall Glacier Recreation Area. You've got to do something." Okay. Now, shortly thereafter, a woman is walking her little brown dog in the south side of Mendenhall Lake. The wolf bursts out of the brush, grabs the little dog, takes off, and that little dog is never seen again. Pete, you've got to do something. I need help. I checked the Forest Service manual. I checked the Forest Service handbooks. I checked the Tongass Land Management Plan standards and guidelines. There's no entry for wolf, black, friendly. Well, one of the things I've learned over the years as a minor government bureaucrat is when you're faced with a dilemma, an unsolvable problem, you've got two options. One, you can call a meeting. Or you can issue a press release. Both give the illusion that you're making progress on a problem. So I craft a press release. Oh, and it is full of irrelevant detail. And I write it up, and that still isn't enough. So I add on the advisories for hiking in bear country. Except I cross out bear and I write in wolf. Now, Our press releases, according to the jokers, Forest Service leadership in Washington, D.C., have told us that we have to get our press releases approved at a higher level. But they're not in my position. I got to meet a deadline for the Juno Empire. So I email out my press release and I send it to the radio stations. By golly, I have done something. The next morning, I have a meeting with our public affairs staff officer at the Mendenhall Glacier Visitor Center. And I walk into that visitor center, and Dennis sees me, and he says, "Oh, Pete," he says, "what a great press release. Oh, man, that was really something." And I know sarcasm when I see it. "Oh, Dennis, I am sorry. I know I should have got it approved. I know it wasn't very good." He says, "It wasn't very good." He said, "That is the most creative thing I have ever seen come out of a Forest Service office. In the 100-year history of the Forest Service, I don't think there has ever been a better press release than this." "What do you mean?" "Oh, man," he said, "a press release from Romeo? You got to be kidding. That is brilliant." I see my career taking a tailspin, what's left of it, and crashing and burning. "A press release from Romeo? Do you have a copy of this?" Yeah, it was laying right here on the fax machine." "Well, I read it. News from the woods. For more information, contact Mother Nature." A statement from Romeo, Juneau, Alaska. Yes, it's true. I grabbed a small brown dog on the south side of Mendenhall Lake and ran off into the brush with him. I didn't want to, but he startled me. I'm sorry, but I'm a wolf. I'm unpredictable. So I ate him. You may not have seen me around the last couple of weeks, which may have led to complacency on the part of you people walking your dogs on the lake. But my picture's on the front page of the newspaper. A lot. My press agent sees to that. You've forgotten me already? People hiking on the Mendenhall Glacier Recreation Area need to keep the following in mind. This is a forest. Wild animals live here. It's my right. Remember, be alert. I can be anywhere. I'm active both day and night. I'm always watching you. Make noise while hiking. Try not to startle me. I'm serious. Try not to startle me. It ticks me off. Never approach me. Give me my space. I'm wild. Get it? I'm wild. I will eat you and your little dog too. Oh, yeah. The wolf is an equal opportunity predator. Oh, no, Dennis, this didn't get out to the public, did it? What's left of my career is in ruins. No, he said, it didn't get out to the public. It was just laying here on the fax machine. Well, I find out who turned my dry little press release into this parody. I track her down, and it's an attorney from downtown. I take her out to lunch, and I tell her in no uncertain terms, I don't know how, I don't know where, but I am going to use your press release. Thank you.